Hello everyone, welcome back to Classic Chrome 01, and for today's video it'll be the 7-year review on my 2009 Lexus ES 350. Actually, this video was a little bit late, so it's more like the 7.5-year review, but didn't really have a good opportunity to film it until now when it's nice and clean on the outside and somewhat clean on the inside, but it is a pretty late video, so we'll go ahead and round it up and say 7.5-year review. Anyway, those of you that have followed the channel for a while knows that I got my 09 ES as my first car. So yeah, I got this car in April of 2016. It has been an immaculate car. Best car that's ever been in the family fleet by far. Not one single issue with it. It has just been a blast. Over the years, I've done quite a bit of things to it. These are aftermarket chrome wheels, and throughout this video I'll show you all the things I've done to it. As you guys probably know, this is the 5th generation Lexus ES 350, which came out for the 2007 model year and ran from 2007 to 2012. They did a mild facelift in 2010. Not a whole lot different, just a few exterior and interior changes. So, like I said, this is an 09. This is the 3rd model year of the 5th generation. For a body style that came out nearly 17 years ago, it has just aged so well, and it still looks so good for being a 17-year-old body style, and obviously this is a 14-year-old car. It's an 09. I still get compliments on it all the time, especially in this beautiful Matador red metallic color. Back in December of 2018 is when I got these aftermarket chrome rims. They look absolutely beautiful with this red color, and the stock ones weren't really my favorite. I didn't really like those too much. They looked okay, but chrome wheels with this red exterior is just such a nice look. With this being a 14-year-old car, it has held up great over the years. It is in great shape. Very minor scratches and dents. Paint's held up really well. It was very well taken care of before I had it, and obviously I've taken immaculate care of it. It pretty much looks better than it did when I got it 7.5 years ago, especially with everything I've done to it. Coming into the interior, I got WeatherTech floor mats a few years ago. Those are really nice. Highly recommend those. And you can't see it during the daytime, but at night I got these lights right here. It shines the Lexus logo on the ground. I'll have to insert a picture of what that looks like. The car currently has 118,213 miles. When I got this car, it had just under 80,000 miles. I haven't put very many miles on it in 7 years at all, but it's really only done in-town driving. I've only taken it to and from school, to and from work. It's only been on one road trip, and it was only 3 hours away. And the town that I live in is not very big at all, so with just in-town driving, not very many miles have been put on it at all. Oh, and by the way, that orange exclamation point right there is a low tire pressure warning light. Not even joking, that has been on since the day I got this car. I've seen some of you comment on some of the previous video asking why it's been there, and that's why. I really can't answer that. It's been there since the day I got my car. The tires aren't low or anything like that. Another thing I did at the beginning of the year was get a new infotainment system. I did have an aftermarket infotainment system before this one, but I wanted Apple CarPlay, so I got a new one that does have that, and it's worked really well so far, and I really enjoy it. Also, throughout the years, the interior of this vehicle has held up incredibly well. I've taken really good care of it. It was well taken care of before me, like I said, and I detail it regularly, and I just have always kept it clean the entire time I've had it. Like I said earlier, this car has been absolutely mint. This is by far one of the most reliable luxury sedans that you can buy. Even with it being an older vehicle, it hasn't had any issues whatsoever. The only thing I've ever done to it is routine maintenance, and that's about it. Other than that, absolutely nothing has gone wrong with it whatsoever. It's been such a great car. I don't ever plan on selling this vehicle at all. I absolutely love it. And if you guys saw my last video, I got a 2015 Lexus RC 350 I've been daily driving that lately, but I still do drive this every now and then. We'll go ahead and hop in the back seat. Like I said, everything in here still is in immaculate condition. Everything has held up great over the years. Also, the seats in this car are some of the most comfortable seats that if not the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in a vehicle. I absolutely love them. Several years ago, I added underdash, LED underdash lights. Right now, they're just in the solid red color, but they can fade through different colors and change to all sorts of different types of colors. It's pretty nice looking, especially at night. But yeah, interior still looks great. It's also aged really well. Looking under the hood, this vehicle is powered by a 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6, which puts out 272 horsepower and 254 pound-feet of torque. Acceleration is not bad on this thing at all. And 0 to 60 is, if you get a good launch, probably about 6.5 to 7 seconds. Not bad. Fuel economy, I get around 19 miles per gallon in the city, but I've seen it get almost to 30 miles per gallon on the highway, which is great for a car of this age. And obviously these engines are bulletproof reliable. They will run for hundreds of thousands of miles. There's even been some with 1 million miles out there. Really, really great engines.